Good day, YouTube. This is Jade Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just another Alphabet and Amazon video here. I was talking about them last week going to split, and here's some other ones that could be splitting, some to watch. I believe Google is in June, Amazon is in July, and that's going to be some pretty exciting times, or maybe I have it flip-flopped. I'd have to look them up again, but I did some videos about those, so, but should be an interesting summer with the splits going on, and see what Amazon and Google does between now and then. They've just been trading kind of flat for a while, so hopefully the price stays down before the split. That'll make the shares after the split that much cheaper. So, but this is Alphabet and Amazon stock splits, 3 high-flying stocks that could split next, and as you can see, this just come out yesterday. So, first up was Alphabet, GOOGL and GOOG. The reason there's 2 of them is because it's from the previous split, so we'll have to see what the next ticker is. So, the parent company of internet search engine Google and streaming platform YouTube, Alphabet announced a 20-for-1 forward stock split that, as of close bell of March 9th, would bring the share price down to 133 for the Class A shares Google. Shareholders still need to vote to approve the split, which is expected to take effect mid-July. So, the past week, e-commerce, and after I did that video, I was like hoping, I've been hoping Amazon would do a split for a couple years, and then they finally announced it. So Amazon followed the suit with a 20-for-1 forward stock split announcement of its own, assuming it received shareholder approval. Amazon's lofty share price would come down to around $139. Based on its March 9th close. This will be the first stock split since September of 1999. So almost 22 years this one has taken to split. So, but just think if you could buy it for $139 now, and it takes another 15-20 years to run up to $2,700 to $3,000, that'd be a pretty decent return on it. So I believe it's been a 1,500% return since, just referring back to one of my previous videos. So I'll link those in the description so you can go over those as well. I don't have the figures right in front of me. I was just churning this article out. So what you need to know about stock splits. Stock splits have absolutely no effect on the operating performance of an underlying business. In other words, a company isn't going to sell more or less of its product or service just because a split is going to take place. Rather, a stock split is merely a way for publicly traded companies to alter their share price and outstanding share count without affecting their market value. So, for example, if Amazon falls to $2,785 to 1/20th of their current value, would be around $139.25 or $140. So, however, every existing shareholder will receive 19 additional shares for each one that they own, and so that should be a very cool thing. And see what the price is on that particular day. So let's open up the pool to a lot more investors. Yes, there is. You can buy slices on Robinhood, M1 Finance, Schwab. I'm not sure about the other platforms, but I'm sure there's more out there. So I believe SoFi you can too. So. Why enact stock splits? The simple reason is to make shares more affordable for retail investors. If you have $500 to invest and your online brokerage doesn't allow your fractional share investing, you can't directly put your money to work in Alphabet, just like I said. So for those people that out there that are listening that don't use slices or anything like that, you'll be able to buy some Alphabet or Amazon for $140 to $150 range instead of the $2,700 to $3,000. just opens up the pool for more investors to invest into these particular high-price stocks. So, if that's the proper term, high price. So, with Alphabet and Amazon taking off following their respective stock split announcements, the three high-flying stocks below may be the next to split their shares. And so I've talked about Tesla numerous times. I did not get in on the split on that one. I was tempted to buy in. I wish I would have now, but unfortunately didn't. But for those of you who might not recall, electric manufacturer Tesla was one of the first name brand stocks to see their valuation launch higher after announcing a stock split. Tesla's 5-for-1 forward split announced in August of 2020 saw the company's shares trade higher with by more than 60% in the 20 days between the announcement and enactment of the split. So, kind of hoping that isn't the case with Google and Amazon. I don't think it would run up that much, but you never know. But we are also, with the war and everything going on, everything is down at this point in time. So I think that's helping keep these particular stocks price down, but again, I could be wrong. So just one thing to point out. But one reason a stock split would make sense here is Tesla's share price. Although some folks have the luxury of purchasing fractional shares, other investors would be forced to save up $859 as of March 9th close just to buy a share of Tesla. The company previously announced a 5-for-1 split occurred when the shares were $1,374. That's well within the site given the range Tesla has been trading in this year of about $800 to $1,200. And it was just $1,200, I want to say maybe back in January, so not too long ago. So another reason for Tesla to reconsider a stock split is that Elon Musk knows his audience. Even though institutional investors and insiders combine to hold more than 61% of outstanding shares, Musk is well aware that the Tesla is a favorite holding of retail investors. So if they were to do another split, that would be pretty cool. So next is Autozone. In February, after Alphabet announced the stock split, I believed Amazon would do the same, logically take the next plunge. With Amazon following suit, the honor now gets bestowed on automotive replacement parts company Autozone, AZO. Investors have to go back almost 28 years to find the last time, April of 1994, Autozone enacted a stock split. A single share recently set investors back about $1,885 as of March 9th, and you might be considering why Autozone hasn't made its shares more affordable to retail investors who don't have access to fractional shares. The answer seems to be tied with the company's mammoth share repurchases, plural, over the last 24 years. So there's one reason. So the company has given a green light from its board of directors to make significant share buybacks since 1998, including the recently reported fourth quarter. Autozone has spent more than $28 billion repurchasing its stock over 24 years. Over the stretch, the company's outstanding share count has shrunk from 150 million to slightly below 20 million. I believe Autozone's board likes to highlight its progress in reducing the company's share count. So then again, with fewer than 20 million shares outstanding, Autozone's ability to repurchase its own stock is shrinking. If the company wants to continue returning capital to the shareholder via buybacks, a stock split may be necessary. So those of you that are in Autozone, you might be watching for that split coming up if they decide to. So next is Broadcom. The third, Broadcom, although Avago Technologies, which acquired Broadcom in the early 2016 and then named the combined entity Broadcom, never split its shares. The original Broadcom did not, so 3 occasions. 1999, 2000, and 2006. There are a few reasons for Broadcom to consider splitting its stock right now. First, with the companies on the list, Broadcom's share price is becoming prohibitively high for retail investors who don't have access to fractional shares again. Last week it was $600 and have dipped below $533 in over 4 months. Additionally, Broadcom hasn't been leaning on share buybacks. In fact, Broadcom's board only recently authorized a $10 billion share repurchase agreement. This is the company that focused on boosting its dividend, innovating, and acquiring other companies rather than buying back shares. A split would also make sense given Broadcom's business is firing on all cylinders. Its backlog hit $14.9 billion in 2021, so it doesn't sound like they're doing too bad. But there you have it, Broadcom, Autozone, and Tesla. We'll see who decides to split next. So they're all great companies. I only have Alphabet, Amazon, and Tesla, but I do not have any of Autozone or AZO, nor do I have any of Broadcom or AVGO. I've thought about that one in the past, just passed it over. So if you have any of these, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd care to share. And you could also list which one is your favorite, just by putting the number 1 or 2 or however you want to do it. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.